I'm Dr. Stephen Daniel, along with my wife Beth. We're the co-founders of QuantumTechniques.com. We practice this powerful form of energy medicine over the phone all over the world every day. It's exciting to have clients from different cultures, different languages. I work with people overseas that can't speak English, so we use a translator, everywhere from Italy to mainland China. So it's a wonderful form of therapy to be able to reach out and help somebody in their healing. This is the fourth in a series of some new work with quantum techniques and neuroplasticity. If you haven't watched those, you might want to watch the first one because I explain what neuroplasticity is. Today we're going to talk about neuroplasticity and chronic pain, chronic inflammation, fibromyalgia, and what's underneath that. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but in a chronic pain or inflammation symptom field, the body has designated way too much real estate to responding to pain signals. So my main issue all my life has been chronic pain. The way quantum techniques got started is I had a nonstop migraine for 7 years. Pretty much got rid of my migraines. But neuroplasticity is only 6 weeks old in our way of understanding it. But let me tell you what's happened for me in those 6 weeks. I had severe tendonitis in my elbow from a weight training injury 25 years ago. And I had done everything you could do, physical and traditional and non-traditional, from cortisone injections to acupuncture to our work. I thought I had an inflamed tendon that just wouldn't heal. I had been told that by even my alternative physician. I had a chronic pain through my left side of my neck and of my shoulder for about 2 years. And I could do our other work and it would get better, but it would return. So I did neuroplasticity on it. What was happening is neuroplasticity gone bad is when I would use any movement with this wrist. Okay, it's like opening a manual can opener. Okay, like using a hammer, using a machete to chop our coconuts. I could do that, but within a day I'd have so much pain I couldn't use that arm for 2 weeks. When I did neuroplasticity, and I wasn't really even aiming at this was my first treatment of neuroplasticity, and I'm the guinea pig for everything. I got up 2 days later, and for the first time in 25 years, had no pain in this elbow, and this neck pain was gone. It took 2 days to clear. Now, since then, that was version 1.0. I'm on version 7.0 now, so it usually only takes 1 day now. But what was fascinating is then I was doing great, and then about a week later, I developed a new chronic pain. And so I was pondering, how could that happen in the back of my neck while I was shaving? I don't shave much with this beard, but I was shaving that morning, and I wondered, what was the intention behind creating more pain? Well, the metaphor I use in our first intro is that, when driving through the beautiful woods to go to a beautiful waterfall, and one day you got on that road and somebody drove in the mud down to a swamp, and now you go to the swamp every time. So I started asking myself, why would somebody drive to the swamp in the first place, and who was that guy? And I recognized him. I was shaving his neck in the mirror. It was me. We then developed the non-physical part of this, which looks at the intention behind chronic suffering. Almost always starts very early, before the age of 5, okay, where you feel like you deserve to suffer, you couldn't save someone, whatever that unconscious program is. That's what directed the first mud ruts. Now, what's causing those brain ruts are heavy metals and virus. We found a way to clear that. I have had more success with a single treatment with this work. Like I said, treatments may be 15, 20 minutes long of our time for fibromyalgia than anything I've worked on in 20 years. So if you have chronic pain and inflammation, fibromyalgia, call a QT practitioner. Everyone is trained in this. They're the only ones who know how to do this right now. And it is a wonderful treatment that can put, like for me, 25 years of suffering can be gone in a day or two. So blessings from quantum.